Hi there, it's Ken with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 4 with MonoBlack Zombies. I am on the play. No, I'm on the draw. No, I'd not like to mulligan this. See if we get our revenge against Red Deck Wins. This is a great hand versus Red Deck Wins. Black. Ooh, this is going to be black versus black. Got the Diagraph Ghoul. I'm liking my chances here, as I do have a... Man, they should have made this dude intimidate. I do have the jump on him. Also have the card advantage. I have no clue what he's playing. Sign in Blood himself. It looks going to be like he's going to be playing the Rock. And if that's the case, I can Mutavault here. And I do like a Gnawing Zombie a little bit better than a Diagraph Ghoul. And it could be MonoBlack is actually a deck. They play it. It's got Crypt Gas and they ramp into a big dude, Gristlebrand. Nope, the Rock. So completely misses with the Liping Zombie. And I can actually ultimate price it if I want, which I don't think I'll end up doing. Maybe I will. Instead of throwing out a Blood Artist of my own. Now I'm going to throw out a Blood Artist. If he wants to block, I get 2 life. So this other Mutavault is fine. And I throw out the Blood Artist. And either way, I'm getting in for 2 life. Or 2 damage. Up to 4, or at least 3 damage. And at this point, Thragtusk is a problem, but it's 2 turns away, and we might be able to get him by then. Because I'm going to be killing a Desecration Demon if it comes out. And have a Mutavault activation. So yeah, I'm going to get in for 2 damage here. So the 3-drop trades with the 1-drop. And my Lifebane Zombies are excellent in this matchup. His are horrible. So this is the #1 deck, by the way, according to MTG Goldfish, is the Rock. It has been for about 2 weeks now. The other Tier 1 decks, of course, would be the Red Deck Wins, which we just got smashed by, and the other one would be UI Control, which I do think this deck particular has a great matchup versus UI Control. Now, we lose everything post-rotation, though, but you can still go MonoBlack aggro strategy, I'm sure. You have Rakdos Cackler as your 1-drop. You have some decent 2-drops. I mean, nothing from Black's really. There's only been 9 cards spoiled so far out of Black. I'm sure there'll be an aggressive Black drop. Other than they did say that they wanted Black to be a little bit slower. Anyway, let's see here. So, no play on his part. There's a Doomblade. Now, I don't want to just walk into a Mutilate. I think the right play here is just Mutavault. And yep, get him down to an 8. I mean, I'm sure Tusk can come out right here, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. Going to get him back up to 13. Mutilate. All right, so that's fine. In fact, he's dead now, right? No, not quite. So I'm glad I did that. I played it right with the Lilion's Reaver. Again, the right play here is just going to be get in with the double Mutavaults. That's why this card is so powerful. Completely dodges the Sorcerer Speed board removals, which is basically every board removal. And he's down to 2, so he's down into Sign in Blood range. We have a Tragic Slit for like a Lifebane Zombie if he comes out. I think he would have played Thragtusk, wouldn't he have? If he gets a Thragtusk here, we still Doomblade, Tragic Slip, and if we draw into land, we get in for 2. Yeah, Desecration Demon is completely awful. Yes, we can ultimate price it and still activate. And he could have Tragic Slip, Tragic Slip. In that case, that's just... Okay, he didn't have it. So, yep. Turn 6, not bad. Sideboard time. This is the deck that I actually like, our sideboard. I don't bring in Mutilates. Not Corpse Blockade. Devour Flesh comes in. Doomblade's going to come out. So, man, I wish they'd separate this by converted mana cost of that extra click. Doomblade comes out. Devour Flesh is okay. Yeah, Devour Flesh is fine. Tragic Slip is okay. Appetite for Brains definitely come in. It's a direct. It hits everything in his deck, so it's great. So maybe Devour Flesh has come out for that. Door Destinies are awesome in this matchup. Sever's awesome in this matchup as well. Sign of Bloods are awesome in this matchup. I'm thinking maybe it's just the Tragic Slips. We don't need them. And there might be some, maybe even some slower stuff. Like in this, Ultimate Price is great. Devour Flesh. I'll keep in a Tragic Slip. Lapping Zombie Messengers are awesome. Gnawing Zombie isn't the greatest, but it's fine. Yeah. I think 2 Tragic Slip, 2 Devour Flesh, 2 Ultimate Price is fine. 2 Appetite for Brains. We could go Duress for Mutilates, but I don't Mutilates aren't the best card versus us. So again, I love this matchup. This is exactly what this kind of deck is built for. What makes this deck better than like even Red Deck Wins is the ability to have more range than Red Deck Wins does. No, I'd not like to mulligan this. This is a first turn into a Diagraph and a second turn Diagraph Tragic Slip. And there's Sign in Blood. It just made this hand a lot better. And hopefully we draw into a Messenger and can get double of them out here. His Mutilate's a little bit slow at this point with a Guild Gate. But, I mean, it will still... By the time he casts it, he'll have enough. Ooze. It's a bit of a problem. We'll Appetite him. That was a great draw, by the way. And hopefully get a Thragtusk out of the way here. Jeez. Do I care about any of these? Tragic Slip for the Desecration Demon. Vraska, he can't even cast a Vraska at this point. I'm going to grab the Desecration Demon. Exiles it. That way he can't actually do anything with the Scavenging Ooze. The bad thing is he can actually Putrefy or Abrupt Decay and then exile it. What did he have in his hand? No, he had a Swamp, so he can't even do what I was thinking there. He can't cast Abrupt Decay and exile a Diagraph Ghoul, so we should be okay. And if he's not going to do it on this turn, then I will have the Tragic Slip. So we're looking very good. And there's a Devour Flesh anyway. I don't know which one is better at this point. I think we just Devour Flesh here. That Ooze is awesome to get rid of right now, as it can begin to exile. Okay, that is definitely okay with me. So that's what he drew into as a Devour Flesh. Oh, now he can exile. Arrgh, that's awful for me. That's a good little draw for him. But he's still down to 20. And again, our deck has a lot of range with the Messengers and whatnot. Need to find a land drop for that, but the good thing is we do have a Sign in Blood. So Vraska can come out next turn. Decides not to Abrupt K that. That's fine. I'll Sign in Blood myself. To hopefully find a land drop. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And get this Gnawing Zombie. And if he does have a... I mean, he's probably going to Abrupt Decay it right now. He's got to spend his mana. So he needs to Abrupt Decay this zombie. The zombie has great reach, the Gnawing Zombie. And he's got a Putrefy as well in his hand. So he definitely has the removal. It's just a little bit slow. I mean, Vraska can come out here too. But then I kill Vraska with Mutavault. Alright, so he's going to plus it. So he's going to go for... Is he going to go for an assassin kill here? Either way, I don't really care. As I will just drop a Liliana Reaver. It will force him to actually kill it. Or we could just Diregraph Ghoul and Sign in Blood ourselves. I think that actually is better. I just don't, if I Liliana Reaver, all he does is kills it next turn. Lightbane Zombie's great. I know he has a Putrefy in hand and one card. So depending if he plays a land here, I know exactly what it is. At this point, he's got to be thinking about killing off... No, he's going for the Vraska. But the problem is, I'm going to get in for a lot of damage. She has Putrefy, though. That is interesting, the Diregraph Ghouls. Decisions. I think the absolute right play here is to Lightbane Zombie, see what he has in his hand. Tragic Slip, Putrefy, so he can actually kill off both of these right here. Oh, geez, why didn't I? I should have dropped a... I definitely should have dropped a Blood Artist beforehand. Because I think he's going to go for it. With his little assassin tokens. Well, Blood Arts now. Now he's gotta do it. He's got a Putrefy Abrupt Decay here. And he's still got another turn of Vraska to try to ult it. Okay, Tragic Slip. Yeah, I saw that coming. And Putrefy. Okay. So no cards in hand. It's top deck mode. He'll probably plus it one more time. No, he's going for it. They don't have haste. The dude is going for it. So this actually forces me to kind of sit back a little bit. I do have the Tragic Slip. Because if one of these gets through, I'm just screwed. So the right play is to put out a Liliana's Reaver and keep up a Tragic Slip. And that forces him to top deck into a removal. But I have the Tragic Slip, and then he'll lose to assassin tokens. So let's see if he gets all excited here that he drew into a removal. Because then he'd be like, I win! But he doesn't win. Because I got a Tragic Slip. And from here on out, Reaver can just go crazy. And I guess he just wants to lose all these guys. He has a Mutilate here. That's what he drew into. Yeah, there's only one card that explains that. Yep, Mutilate, obviously. Okay, so it's okay. We've got the Mutavaults, the MVP in our deck. He is now down to a 7. And it is definitely top deck mode. The Thragtusk would be the top deck of the century if he top decks into it. Other than that, we look pretty good. Probably drew into some removal here. Because I have the Tragic Slip. And then he has a Putrefy. So I think he's going to go for it. Because if one of these gets through, I'm just screwed. So the right play is to put out a Liliana's Reaver and keep up a Tragic Slip. And that forces him to top deck into a removal. But I have the Tragic Slip, and then he'll lose to assassin tokens. So And that should do it, actually. Ugh. Since we won't have enough to activate both of them, we'll just get in here with these guys. Yep, Tragic slips that. That's the most perfect thing ever. As now we can just go Messenger and Gravecrawler. And I don't think there's anything he can do here. He can't kill this Messenger. I mean, he's got to top deck into a Thragtusk. That's it. Unreal Connections is not going to do it. He's got to use it and lose it here because there's absolutely nothing in his deck that he can actually draw into. And he loses. So we go 3-1. That's not bad. I mean, we get murdered by red deck wins. But, I mean, these are all tier 1 decks that we played against. Well, UB Control, it's a good deck. It's played a lot. I particularly don't like it. I think it's a bad deck. But, I mean, control players will be control players. That is their personality. That's the type of decks they play. So, good on them to actually play what they like to play. But I build decks to farm those, so I'm really glad they do play those type of decks. Anyway, but The Rock is a very serious deck. The #1 player, Batutina, in Magic the Gathering Online. Him and Soku, I think, are #1 and #2, and they both play the Rock pretty religiously. I know Soku plays the Aristocrats quite a bit as well, but you'll see like The Rock has a ton of 4-0 finishes, 3-1 finishes on mtggoldfish.com, which keeps track of all the meta finishes in the standard daily and premieres. So if this deck can manhandle The Rock, I really think it's a great deck. It doesn't completely fold to Burning Earth. It can beat red deck wins with Blood Artist, Mutilates, things like that. And we could actually go in more Tragic Slips main board, more Ultimate Prices main board, more Doomblades main board, and it should be just fine against. And then you could go like Cremate against the whatchamacallits. Anyway, I'll just do a wrap-up video. We'll talk about it here. This is Kevin from Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.